You're recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and thank you, Mr. Secretary, for being with us. We've heard several references to certain schools where virtually no one is up to standard. What does ESSA do for schools like this? The solution we've heard is that if you let a few people sneak out the back door, they might take care of themselves, or the other 90%, of course, are stuck in a bad school with less resources. What does ESSA allow you to do, and what does your budget do to these schools that are clearly failing?
You know, it allows for greater oversight and accountability. It allows for us to engage more directly with these districts, with these states, and where possible, direct where funds are going to be used, or partner with them to build capacity to meet the needs of the students. As you said, the answer is not to give students a lottery ticket to somewhere else. It's to make sure that all schools are performing at high levels. I'm proud of the work that we're doing to what we call raise the bar around academic proficiency, reading and math, civics, history, sciences. We need to do better if our students are going to be prepared for these jobs. And we have a plan. Sir, we have a plan to do that, and happy to share it with anyone on the committee that's interested in learning more.
Thank you. Now, I think you pointed out in response to the decision to open schools during the pandemic, that decision is made on a local and state basis, not on a federal basis, but the federal government did provide money to make that happen. You mentioned ventilation systems that a lot of schools had problems with, PPE, transportation money, hire nurses and counselors, catch up, hire extra tutors and summer programs. Could these schools have opened safely without the ARPA money?
You know, across the country, the schools relied on the American Rescue Plan dollars. And, you know, and we're talking about students, not Republican students, Democrat students, or parents. We're talking about the 50 million students in our K-12 schools. I've heard from red communities, blue communities, that those dollars helped safely reopen school, get the students the materials that they needed, provide compensatory support after school. There were more students in summer school programs this summer than any other time in our country's history because of the American Rescue Plan dollars. All students benefited from it.
Thank you. We've heard about the cost of debt cancellation, student debt cancellation, and what it costs each taxpayer. We didn't hear the calculation for how much it costs each taxpayer for the Trump tax cut, which was actually bigger, and 80% of the benefits went to the top 1% in corporations. We haven't heard that calculation, but we have dealt with you have dealt with the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program under the Trump administration. Virtually no one earned their discharge when they thought, because the program was so messed up. How many people have benefited from the public service loan forgiveness under your administration?
Thank you. Well, when we came into our positions, we were told, fix this broken system, and part of that was the public service loan forgiveness, intended for teachers, for nurses, for police officers, for veterans, all those people that we were calling essential 3 years ago today. Well, from 2017 to 2021, when that program was in effect, 7,000 Americans benefited from it. Okay, we worked to fix that. From 2021 till today, over 600,000 people have taken advantage of it. Over $42 billion in approved debt relief have been provided to teachers, to people who choose public service. So I would say it's working, and it's helping keep people in those professions that we need.
Well, we need to make sure the loan services are doing their job to inform people of the appropriate program they need to be in. I'm not satisfied that they're doing what they need to be doing. Are you aware of the Loan Act that increases Pell Grants, makes public service loan forgiveness more generous, and reduces interest rate? If not, if you could have your staff review it and get back to us, we'd appreciate it.
Will do.
And I just wanted to express in the final seconds The funding for mental health, Title I, early childhood education, extracurricular activities, CTE, as the gentleman from Pennsylvania has mentioned, are all valuable, and we need to be putting more money into those programs, not less, as there would be under the Republican cuts. And thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you, sir.
You're back.